Baseball as New Trier takes on Niles West. Actually, due to rain delay, the rain out, we got the home series one day after the other. Dustin Napoleon to lead it off for the Trevians here. Trevians came away with a victory the first time they met in conference play with an 8-2 victory. So Napoleon leads it off here. And the first pitch of the ball game on the way from Rosen is low, a ball 1. Got the wind blowing in again. Making for a very chilly afternoon. Ball 2. They put up a new windscreen behind the backstop here. There's a line shot. One hopper. Out. 4-3 on the put out. 1 away. Here's Kevin Rogers. So we've ended up having to move a little bit on where we can shoot from here. But in some ways it's a little bit better because we don't have a screen in the way at all. There's a strike. Although we do miss most of the play in foul territory to the left of our shot here. Got a big post in the way. That's a ball 1. To Kevin Rogers batting. Kevin playing first base again. Rosen into the windup. The pitch on the way. That's high, a ball. Well, we've set up a actual studio. It used to be swing and a miss strike. Part of a room is a kind of temporary sort of studio concept. Now we have a regular studio to broadcast from, to do our work in on our post-production. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 away. Here's Austin Turbin. So Austin comes to bat. There's a strike. Strike 1. Quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. That's all an inside a ball. Well, join us for baseball all season long. We got lots of baseball action coming your way here on the network. There's a strike. To Austin Turbin. And now New Trier has 2 teams. Ranked number 1 in their respective sports. The girls' soccer team and the baseball team. Both ranked number 1 in the area. Scooped in, a little foul ball down the left field corner, down into the left field corner. Of course, it's good for publicity, but it doesn't mean very much. Important thing is whether or not you get to the state finals. A lot of this is name recognition and a little bit of what you're doing. But that again depends on who you play, and that has a lot to do with it. Outside ball 4, Turbin draws a walk. Though certainly that Lockport New Trier game in May going to be a very important game for New Trier baseball. Anthony Vogler batting in the number 4 spot today. Takes a strike. Vogler, the third baseman for the Trevians. He's come up with a couple of key hits. Rosen delivers. There's another strike. There goes the runner. Stolen base for Turbin. Sumner at second. The pitch on the way. There's a scoop to right field and through for the base hit. Turbin home to score. Good job by Vogler. And it's 1-0 New Trier. And here is Rob Russell. So Vogler on at first. Trevians with a run in here in the first inning. There's a strike, strike one. Throw to first. And Vogler back. And bounces in and away to second. Goes Vogler on the wild pitch. So Vogler at second. He did go. Strike. I think it was a strike anyway. Vogler leads off second. 2 out, top of the first. Rosen looks back, now delivers. That one gets away, and off to third goes Vogler. So 2 wild pitches by Rosen. And the right fielder, Russell, as yet again gets away. No, it doesn't matter. There's a high pop-up foul and out of play. What happened was the ball came home but flicked away. They say it was doesn't count. Time was called. The ball was dead. It ran into a bat that was sitting there over by the dugout. Ball 4. Russell draws the walk. So runners at the corners. And there's Miles Klaus. There's a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1. And there goes the runner.
Here we go, Andy.
Comes home. Outside the ball. Stolen base. Strike. There's the throw on down, not in time. Stolen base for Russell. That's the third stolen base of the inning here. Time called. Now we're set. The magic of editing. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a high pop-up foul and out of play. Back behind us. Foul back. Strike. Line shot to right field. Curving foul and out of play out the right field line, down to the right field corner there. Klaus staying alive. Inside a ball. Line shot, caught right at the first baseman. But the Trevians come up with 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 left. Three stolen bases in that inning. Jeff Richards, shortstop for the Niles West Wolves. He was killed by a lightning strike on the Trevian field. That's Logan in left. Austin Turbin in center. And the first pitch on the way by Klaus. High for a ball. And a strike, 1-1. Shedroff leading it off. High pop-up. Foul territory. And caught for the out. Foul ball back. Tejeda, the batter. I hope you enjoy our season here on the network. That's high ball. Rob Russell in right. For the Trevians today, outside corner strike. Vogler at third. Held up in time. That's Hickey at short. Hines at second. Klaus delivers. There's a high pop-up foul and out of play. Kevin Rogers at first. Battery today of Napoleon and Klaus. Klaus the pitcher. Napoleon the catcher. Another foul ball. There's Miles. There's another one fouled off. Strike 3 on the outside corner. And there's 2 down. Here's Ben Kim. And the pitch. High and tight, a ball. High pop-up, foul, and out of play. Back behind us, strike. And Jeff Richards, the shortstop from Niles West, almost 10 years ago, I guess, 10 or 12 years ago. Something like that. He was playing summer ball, standing at second base at Duke Childs Field. Got struck by lightning. Strike 3. And a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of one, Trevians lead it 2-0, and we'll be back with more in just a moment here on the network. Jimmy Hines leads off the second inning. 7, 8, 9 2 up for the Trebs. There's a strike, fouled off. Mike Rosen on the mound. Listed at 6'3", 195. Pitches high ball. And a count he was up at aces. Rosen pitches in the dirt. Swung at though. Strike. 1-2. Nobody out. Top of the second. Trevians lead 2-0. And a ball. Deuces to number 2. Second inning. And Hines swings. Fly ball. Center fielder has it for the out. And that's out number 1. Here's Liss. Brandon Liss takes a pitch high, a ball. Strong wind blowing tonight. Blow right in our face. Strike. Electric jammies weather. It's cold, low 40s. That chilly wind off the lake. There's a strike. That's high ball. And 2-2 on Liss. Mike Rosen gets his sign from Ben Kim. And a little squibber fall on the play. In front of the new Niles West dugout. Going to be a lot of blowing on hands today. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. And here's Mike Logan. So Mike Logan bats. 2 down. Take the strike. Strike 2 to Logan. Mike, a fleet-footed outfielder for the Trebs this year. Pitch on the way from Rosen. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Ball. 1-2. Deuces. Yet again. We're here at Mike Phipps Field. Phipps, the first coach of the Niles West Wolves. Ball 4. Or hit by a bat, or hit by a pitch, rather. And Mike Napoleon with the signs to his son, Dusty Napoleon, batting. Squared the bunt. And off went the runner. Stolen base for Mike Logan. So Napoleon has a runner in scoring position at second base with 2 outs. Chance to drive in another run. Trevians already leading 2-0. Pitches high ball. Dusty wearing that fabled number 3. That's high ball.
Let's go, Dusty.
Dusty headed to the University of Iowa to play baseball. Strike on the inside corner. And line shot, base hit to left. Here comes Logan around. He will score easily, standing up. RBI single for Dusty Napoleon. And a run in. And there's Kevin Rogers, and it's 3-0 New Trier. A high pop-up, foul and out of play, straight. Take away that stolen base and score that as an error. It drove home the run, so only 1 stolen base in the first inning. Strike 3 on Rogers and the inning over. So in the top half of the second for the Trevians, 1 run on 1 hit batsman, 1 left. Pelaya, the batter. Justin Pelaya. High fly ball. Back goes Russell, and he has it for the out. Route number 1. Here's Mike Rosen facing Klaus. Miles, another pitcher, seems to like to work quickly. Strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Rosen is out. 3rd strikeout. There's a strike. On the ball game for Klaus, and here's Matt Flink. One and 1. To Flink. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Outside a ball. 2 and 1 now. To Flink. And that's outside the ball. 3 and 1. To Matt Flink. And the count goes full. Trevians trying to defend the Central Suburban South Championship. Strike 3. And in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played through 2. Trevians lead it 3-0. We'll be back. And Turbin leads off. Here in the 3rd inning, Turbin, Vogler, and Russell, the beat of the Trevians batting order. Ball bounces in at the feet inside. Ball 1. To the Trevian center fielder, Austin Turbin. Next week, Trevians play Maine South as the conference competition. Foul ball back. There you see the outfield alignment. Actually giving Austin pretty much that power alley he likes to hit out there in left center. And giving him the line, too, down the left field line. Austin can pull that ball down that way. And another one bounces in, the ball. Two and 1. And deuces, 2 and 2. Austin Turbin. 2 and 2 the count. Top of the third inning. Trevians 3 runs on 2 hits. Wolves, no runs on no hits. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yeah, that's 1 down. Here's Andy Vogler. He singled, scored a run. That's high ball, ball 1. One and 0. Little ground ball. Drop, picked up, throw, not in time. That's an error. Here's Rob Russell. Not sure if that was an error on the pickup or the error on the throw, but in any case, safe on an error. That's a ball. I tend to say it was on the throw, pulling the first baseman. He had to jump to get that ball, and just enough time to let Vogler slide in under it. Go to first, Vogler back. No, he's not back. They caught him. Vogler picked off a first, and there's 2 down. Three and 0 to Russell. Now they pitch. In there for a strike. 3 and 1. 2 out, nobody on. Strike 2. And the count goes full. To Rob Russell, right fielder for the Trevians. Rob's had some key hits and some key defensive plays this year. Takes a walk for the second time today, so no official at bat yet for Russell, but he's been on base twice. And here's Miles Klaus. I think Miles just needs to get on track. Just needs to have something fall in for him, and he'll get his batting around. He's been a little frustrated early on this year at the plate. Pitching, he's doing fine. The injury last year has apparently had no effect. There's a ground ball. Up the middle, base hit. And now it gets away. And call that a single and an error.
Ducks on the pond, kid.
The third error of the ball game. And courtesy runner out there at second for Klaus. Here's Hine. Pitches low ball. Matt Sherman. Reached out. Trying to get a
I need you out of there.
bunt. Time called. So Jimmy Hines bats. 2 on, 2 out. Both the runners in scoring position. The pitch by Rosen. High a ball. Hines just turned 18. There's another foul ball back. Got to play. Putting it in perspective, this is my 32nd year, just about, working in high school sports. Line shot, ground ball. On over to first, 6-3 on the putout. Trevians don't score. In the top of the third, no runs. A hit, 2 errors, and 2 left. First pitch hitting, ground ball, slow roller, pick up, throw, and there's 1 away. It was Larry Frank. Doing that on the first pitch. 1 up, 1 down. Sunstein takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Sunstein batting. Luis Sunstein. It's a pitch outside the wall, and the count evens up at aces. Bottom of the third. Bottom third of the batting order due up. Pitch is high, a ball. 2-1. As Miles Klaus has certainly found his groove today. 4 strikeouts already. Foul ball back. Deuces on the count. To Sunstein. Number 8 man in the batting order for the Niles West Wolves. Now Klaus delivers. Outside. Count goes full. I think they have a 3-1 on the board, but I think the count's full. Yeah. 3-2. Ground ball. Hines has it again on over to Rogers. 2 away. Now Jimmy with the first 2 putouts of the inning. Here's a strike. Andre Fuller, the batter. That's a ball. Swing and a miss, strike. 1-2 to Fuller. Inside a ball. Deuces. I've always contended you can have any number of players that are top-notch players, name recognition type players, but if they don't play as a team, it doesn't mean anything. Strike 3. Got him looking, and in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 3, it's 3-0 New Trier, and we'll be back with more baseball action right after these messages here on the network. Brandon List starts it off. Brandon, switch hitter, batting for the other side of the plate. This time up. Takes a pitch high ball. Struck out last time. Yeah, it's high ball. 2-0. to Liz. Top of the fourth inning. Trevians leading it 3-0. Trevians 3 runs, 3 hits. Niles West, no runs, no hits. 2 big errors. Make it 3. Foul ball out of play. Down the right field line. Straight. Les Logan and Napoleon do it. Nope. Strike 3. Leaned into the pitch. And it was over the plate for the strike. Oh, that's one away. Kind of an interesting way to get it. There's a line shot. Through for the base hit single for Logan. They count up 4 errors. 1, 2, 3. I count 3. I don't know where the 4th one came from, but that's okay. And strike and stolen base. Third stolen base of the ball game for the Trevians. There's a high pop-up. Left fielder over, can't get to it. And home comes Logan. On the bloop double by Napoleon. Here's Rogers. He squares the bunt, and he bunt. Picked up by the third baseman, waited too long, and now throw it away for the error. It's already a single and an error. And all the way over to third goes Rogers, and another run home for the Trevians on the error. The 5th error of the ball game by Niles West. And the Trevians now leading 5-0. Here's Austin Turbin. Hey, you make these many errors, you're not going to go very far. Plain and simple. Pitch on the way, swing it a bit straight. 1 out. 2 more runs in here in the 4th inning. There's a foul ball out of play, strike. There you see that wind blowing in. It'll make it very difficult to get one out of here today, particularly in a bees in the bat day. Bad enough having the wind blowing in, but temperatures hovering in the low 40s here today. You got to really want it to get it today. I mean, really want it. Now the pitch to Turbin. Ground ball. Past the first baseman. That's a single. And Rogers home to score yet another run. On the ball down the right field line. Here's Vogler. And the Trevians lead 6-0. Vogler, single, scored a run, safe on an error. But picked off first base, so the first runner back. Three runs in. Pitches high ball. Still only 1 out. Just a few brave souls willing to endure the temperatures today. Pitch inside the ball. Rosen delivers. Ball 4. And Vogler draws the walk. 2 on. Here's Klaus. Making Russell. Klaus on deck. Whoops. Little squibber foul. Strike. Rob's walked 2 times. You've been on base today. 2 times you've been up. Pitch outside of ball. Mike Rosen on the mound for the Wolves has run into a little bit of a problem, a little bit of trouble here in the 4th inning. Looks back, gets Turbin running for cover. And Rosen delivers as the runners are off with the pitch, fly ball. Center fielder has it for the out. It's out number 2, and here's Miles Klaus. Okay. They're saying Klaus was safe on an error. So Miles has not had a hit. Calling that 2 errors on the play. That got Miles to second. Last inning. Ball back, strike 1. Round ball, shortstop has it. Throw to first in time, 6-3 on the putout. In the 4th inning for the Trevians. 8 men to the plate. 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I don't know how we ended up with. I have 7 hits for the Trevians. They have 6 on the board. 2 left. Shedroff. Leadoff man. Klaus has been perfect through the first 3. Blowing away a ball. Klaus with the sign from Napoleon. Ball 4. Now the first base runner for the Wolves today. And here's Tejeda. He struck out his last time up. They go to bunt. Ball. Outside. Ball 2. Miles having a little trouble finding the plate now. Go to first, runner back. Squared to bunt. And a strike. Runner leads off first. Strike 2. And the count evens up at deuces. Tejeda batting. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's 1 away. Here's Ben Kim. Him also a strikeout victim. There goes the runner. There goes the throw. Nope. Stolen base. And got a little banged up on the play. Jedra. Got to take a couple of minutes to get his breath. Pitch outside the ball. There's a foul ball out of play. Strike. They used to have a, I thought it was a peregrine falcon. Might even have been a red-tailed hawk. High fly ball out to the left. Now, Logan had a little trouble with it as the wind took care of it. Pulled it back in a little bit. Two-way. And here's Pelaya. They had this beautiful hawk thing that every once in a while would kind of cruise in and land on top of the building here at Niles West. Just a beautiful bird. Second of his strike. I think everybody thought it might have been a peregrine falcon, but it was too big for a falcon. It had to be maybe a golden eagle. No, not a golden eagle. A hawk of some kind. Big wingspan on it. There's a little squibber off the end of the bat. Ground ball. 4-3 on the put out. In the inning, no runs, no hits. A walk and a man left. At the end of 4, Trevians lead it 6-0. We'll be back with more here on the network. Hines leads off the 5th inning. Hines, Liss, and Logan do up. Bottom third of the batting order for the Trevians. New Trier leading it 6-0. No hitter through 4 innings. For Miles Klaus. Delivery on the way. There's a bunt foul strike. To Hines. Got a new pitcher on the mound. Sandalo. Scott Sandalo pitching. Place of Rosen. Another foul ball back. That's a ball. 1-2. To the second baseman of the Trevians. Ground ball. That's going to get through for the base hit. Single. For Jimmy Hines to lead off the 5th inning. That's the 8th hit for the Trevians. And here's Brandon Liss, again batting righty. He struck out twice, once from each side. Controversial call. Trying to bunt his way on. No, I take that back. He leaned into the pitch. It was a strike. Got hit by the pitch, but it was in the strike zone. Leaning into it, and that was strike 3. Last time up. There goes the runner. There goes the throw. Not in time. Stolen base. Fourth stolen base of the ball game for the Trebs. Went swinging at something in the dirt. Drop third strike. Throw on over. And for the 3rd time today, Liss strikes out. Hines on over to 3rd. Here's Logan with a 1 out. Logan hit by a pitch. Scored a run. In the 2nd, singled and scored a run in the 4th. Both times he stole a base to get himself in scoring position. That's a ball. To the Trevian left fielder, Logan. There's a foul ball back out of play. Strike. Having a little trouble with the signals. Called from the dugout. There's a foul ball. And the count holds to Mike Logan. The wind blowing in. And a line shot. Caught by the second baseman. Or shortstop, rather. Route number 2. And here's Napoleon. So Dusty Napoleon bats. He's singled, doubled, scored a run so far today. 2 for 3. And now hit by a pitch. And that brings up Kevin Rogers. Rogers 1 for 3. Single, scored a run. Back in the 4th. Takes a strike. We're in the 5th inning of our ball game today. Glad to have you with us. Here's the foul ball back to the screen. Strike. On deck batter Austin Turbin retrieving that foul ball. Austin is certainly not camera shy. He likes to play around in front of the camera. That's a ball. Napoleon takes second. Uncontested. Runners on second and third. Another stolen base. Foul ball outside of first. Strike. So Napoleon at second. Hines at third. 2 out. There's a fly ball on the giddy up and caught by the right fielder. In the inning, no runs. A hit batter, 2 left. Trevians have stranded 8. Yeah, I thought we'd change position over here a little bit. Rosen. Here in the 5th inning. Just a pitch low for a ball. Let's try a different angle.
Let's go, Mike! There you go, Mike!
Outside of ball. We've had to shoot from this type of angle a number of times. We're actually right next to the Niles West dugout.
Let's go, Mike!
That's a strike. Rosen. What happened? We had a little battery problem. We tried to plug into the power over here in the Niles West dugout, and they didn't have any room for us there, so unfortunately we couldn't get back in time. So rather than miss a half inning or a batter or 2, we stayed where we were. Strike 3, and Rosen's out for out number 1. That's the 7th strikeout for Miles Klaus. Here's Flink. Ball 1. Rosen, Flink, Frank. 2 up.
Hey, let's go.
Like we said, sound like a law firm. Foul ball. Back to the screen. Trevians in the 6th. They have Turbin, Vogler, and Russell due up. Foul ball back to the screen, strike. Oh, he moved back. I know he moved back somewhere in here. I didn't know exactly when. Ball inside. Frank's still batting. Is he going to miss strike? I think we got a full count here. Strike three. Struck out the side is what Klaus did. We go to the 6th inning. No hitter still intact. Here's Austin Turbin. High and outside a ball. Nine strikeouts for Miles Klaus. 6th inning. Trevians leading 6-0. No hitter intact. That's a strike on the inside corner. The Turbin. Turbin walked, scored a run. Struck out. Singled. Driving in a run. That's a low ball. Now the pitch on the way. High fly ball down the line, giving chase. Can't get to it. Nice effort. And a double for Austin Turbin to lead off the 6th inning. And here's Andy Vogler. One thing about Andy is he has certainly come through with some key hits this year. That's why they moved him up to the number 4 spot. He did it back in the 1st. Driving home the first run of the ball game. Safe on an error and walked the other 2 times he's been there. At the plate. Foul ball back out of play, strike. And a count he was up at aces, 1-1. Top of the 6th inning of the ball game today. And the pitch was low ball. 2-1 the count. Outside a ball, 3-1. Three and one to Vogler. Third baseman for the Trez. Pitch on the way. Balls went off. Count goes full, 3-2. And he's real good at fouling balls off here. Outside, ball 4. For the 2nd time today, Vogler takes the walk. And here is Russell fouling one off for a strike. Oh, it's not Russell. Gomez batting for Russell. Fouled off, strike 2. 0-2. Two out, nobody out. Ground ball. Foul, strike. Count holds. There's a line shot, base hit. And a run home. Runners go to the corner. Vogler over to third. On the single by Gomez. And here's Sherman. And it is 7-0. Matt Sherman batting for Miles Klaus. There's another single and another run home. Gomez stopping at second. Here's Jimmy Hines batting. A cold afternoon at Niles West today. Pitching low ball. Actually, it wouldn't be too bad, but the wind is blowing right into the face of the batter. And it is a cold wind. There's a high fly ball. Center fielder waits. As if for the out. That's out number 1. Josh London batting for Liss. So London bats for Liss here in the top of the 6th. Two on, 2 runs in, 1 out. There's a squibber foul. Up over our head, out of play. Ground ball. Shortstop has it, bobbles it. Everybody going to be safe. The ball. Outside the ball. I goofed something up here. There's 2 out. Sherman, his thing was caught. So Logan draws a walk, and that loads up the bases. Two out. Napoleon the batter. Strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the inning over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We pause for these messages, and we'll be right back with more baseball action here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Sunshine to lead it off. That's a ball. Luis Sunshine. It's a strike. Miles Klaus has faced one more than a minimum. Inside a ball. They had a lone walk back in the 4th inning. Beyond that, nothing. He struck out 9. Now he's walked 2. Sunseed gets on via the walk, and there's Fuller. Andre Fuller. So the no-hitter intact, throw to first, runner back. Only the second base runner. Outside of ball. That's high ball. High and away. So Klaus working on the no-no. There's a strike. Ball 4. So 2 on. Here's Shedroff. He's the only other Wolf to reach safely. That back on the 4th inning on that walk. Time called as Coach Clip out to have a word with Miles. The big righty had a little bit of a discussion. High and tight a ball. Nobody out. In there for a strike. The Shedroff. There's a line shot. Drops in, the runner wasn't going, and he's out on the fielder's choice. Wow. Well, there was a little whoopsie on the part of the Wolves. Of Fuller should have been off with that hit. Instead, he waited to see if it was caught. Now the ball gets away, and there goes the shutout. Shedroff on to second. High and tight a ball. So the shutout's gone. The no-hitter's still intact thanks to a base running blunder by Andre Fuller, because that is not scored as a hit, although it should have been. It is instead scored as a fielder's choice. There's a strike. Tejeda batting. Alex Tejeda. Here's a foul ball back out of play, and count goes full, I believe. Now it's full, 3-2. Well, a cold day like this depends on the number of pitches. There's a line shot, foul. Just outside of first. Kevin Rogers gave it the old high school try. Can't give it a college try. He's not there yet. There's a fly ball. And a great catch by Russell. And that's a DP. Nice catch by Russell, and then a throw to second. And Hines on the bag for the DP to end the inning. And we'll be back with more baseball action. We go to the 7th. The Trevians with a no-hitter intact. Now we'll just keep it here. Gustavo Gonzalez batting for Rogers. That's a strike. Bounces in for the ball. Gonzalez the batter. Wearing the Don Kessinger Luis Aparicio number 11. Squibber, a little comebacker. 1-3 on the putout. Here's Maelstrom. Batting for Turbin. Strike one. So Mike Maelstrom and the last of them, of the Maelstrom boys, older brother Rob is a hockey coach for New Trier. There's a strike. 1-2. I think Mike's the biggest of them, tallest of them. He's at 6'4". Strike three. Caught him looking. 2 down. Here's Vogler. They let Vogler bat. 2 out. Nobody on. There's a strike. Sandalo on the mound. In relief of Rosen for the Wolves. Out of pitch. High pop-up foul and out of play. Strike. 0-2. Didn't miss by much. Outside the ball. 1-2. Low and outside the ball. Deuces. Danny Vogler. And let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 innings now in a row. The Wolves have been shut out by the Trevian pitching. Oops. 11 innings. Took them 11 innings to score. There's a ball, gets past the right fielder, out deep, and Vogler on his way to third, and he'll make it with the stand-up triple. So Vogler, his second hit of the ball game, a triple. And with 2 out, here's Rob Russell. There's a strike. And that's the freshman team. The 2F, frozen freshman. 1-1 the count. strike. There's a fly ball on the giddy up, and nope, won't get to that one. Back to the fence it goes. On his way to second, and on the way to third comes Russell with the triple. And back-to-back triples and another run in for the Trevians. And it is now 9-1. And here's Miles Klaus. Miles pitching himself a no-no. They're having all kinds of trouble with the scoreboard here. That's what you get when you have kids doing it. Outside corner for a strike. Well, 2 out back-to-back triples adds to the Trevians' lead. Miles Klaus takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Miles has pitched a beautiful ball game, an unbelievable ball game. There's a line shot through for the base hit. And it is a 10-1 ball game, favor of the Trevians. It's not so much the Trevian lead here as much as the no-hitter going into the bottom half of the 7th inning. Pitch outside a ball. Ground ball. Second baseman up, throws to first. In time, 4-3 on the putout. And we'll be back with the bottom half of the 7th inning right after these messages. Here on Coach Napoleon, a lot of credit here. Going into the bottom of the 7th inning, he has a no-hitter going, and yet he brings in Rory O'Rourke in relief of Miles Klaus, who had the no-hitter. He did have a rough 6th inning, but I think this is still an outstanding move. Early in the season, it doesn't matter to get the no-hitter, really. And the counting's up at 1-1. In the sense that it doesn't matter that your one pitcher goes the distance, even if he is pitching a no-hitter. There's a strike. So Rory O'Rourke on in relief, and he hopefully can combine with Miles Klaus to finish off this no-hitter. 1-2. Pitch is low and away a ball. Outside the ball. I've been thinking back about the no-hitters that we've broadcast. I think this may be the first 7-inning no-hitter. That's a ball. Ball 4, and they walk to Kim. And here's Pelaya. Dustin Pelaya. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Outside a ball, 1-1. One ball, one strike to Pelaya. Runner on at first. There's a high fly ball. Turbine drifting over. Wind takes a little bit away from him. And out number 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Mike Rosen. Pitch outside the ball. Oh, it's not Rosen. We got a pinch batter. Camilo Cartagenas batting for Rosen. And a strike. Oh and 2. Fouls one off. Well, Rosen struck out twice. And that may be why Coach Gustafson has put in Cartagenas here. Pitch outside the ball, 1 and 2. Deuces. Bottom of the 7th. Trevians trying to finish this one off. And go for the no-no. Foul ball back. Out of play, strike. Like I said, I remember a lot of 5-game no-hitters. This may be the first 7-game no-hitter we've done. Foul ball out of play, strike. I'd have to look back among all the tapes I've got. Ball gets away. And the pinch runner, Gary Roberts, on over to second. A little pop-up. Rogers has it for out number 2. Two out. Flink the batter. Strike 1. Foul ball back. Out of play. Strike 2. And the Wolves are down to their last strike to avoid the no-no. Strike 3, and the ball game and the no-hitter is complete. Now Miles Klaus and Ryan O'Rourke combined for the no-no. Well, we get ourselves a no-no here as we celebrate the Trevian no-hitter. Miles Klaus struck out 9. And O'Rourke struck out 1. 4 walks issued by Trevian today. 3 by Klaus and 1 by O'Rourke. But I'll tell you something. You can't get any better than what the Trevians got today from Klaus and O'Rourke. Well, the final word on this one for the New Trier Trevians: 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors, 4 stolen bases. For the Trevs, they were walked 6 times, struck out 7 times, consistently 1 in each inning. And perhaps the only bad news of this whole thing, the Trevians left 12 men on base. For Niles West, no runs, no hits, 6 errors, 1 stolen base. They were walked 4 times, as we said, 3 by Miles Klaus and 1 by Ryan O'Rourke. That really didn't mean very much as opposed to the no-hitter. Miles struck out 9, O'Rourke struck out 1, and the Niles West Wolves left 2 on base. So the no-hitter, congratulations to the Trevians. And for all of us here at the network, hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. And we say, as always,